We finally made it to Finland. We're starting our Nordic trip right here in the capital, and we fell in love with Helsinki way faster than we expected. Over the next 48 hours, we're eating our way through the best local spots, checking out Finnish culture, and taking a day trip to the country's most photographed town. If you're planning your first trip, this will help you hit the best spots. Oh, and it's December, so we also get to wander through our very first European Christmas markets. So let's dive in to 2 days in Helsinki. Good morning, beautiful people. We have arrived in our 46th country of Finland, and we're here in Helsinki, the capital city of Finland. As you can tell, it's very wintry, cozy vibes here in Helsinki at the moment. So we thought we would start the day off at what is supposedly the coziest cafe in the world. It's right here in Helsinki on the water. It's Cafe Regatta. So we need a coffee, and apparently they do potentially one of the best cinnamon buns here in Helsinki, and cinnamon buns are a huge thing in Finland, so we definitely have to try those. It's a perfect way to start a cold wintry day in Helsinki. How cute is this place? Oh my god, it's so adorable. So now Cafe Regatta might be a little bit touristy, but it's right on the water, which is gorgeous, and it's in this park just here. So I'm assuming that it probably started more for locals, like stopping for a coffee, cycling, running, that kind of thing. But it just being the cutest thing in the world, the tourists probably picked it up. Smell. That smells so good. Oh my god, it smells amazing. Have a nice day.
Thank you. There are a few tables inside, it's very cozy, but we don't want to disturb people because Finnish are pretty reserved, so we don't want to be on our camera or that, so there is a few seats inside. But it is not too cold luckily today, and we have a view, so might as well make the most of it.
So one of the cool things they do at this cafe, if you come, not today unfortunately, but they actually have a fire pit right there, and I believe you can like order sausages in the cafe and then come out here and roast your sausage over the barbecue. Yeah, which is really adorable. And we're gonna give this delicious thing a try before it gets too cold, because it's actually already starting to get cold with this cold weather. Oh, it looks so good. So these are called korvapusti in Finnish. I know I'm pronouncing that right. But cinnamon buns are huge in Finland. They do them kind of differently to what you might have seen, which is the like American style cinnamon bun from like Cinnabon and stuff like that. There's no icing on top. They're more like folded, almost like a chocolat or something like that. But yeah, you know, I don't know if it's the best cinnamon bun I've ever had. So if this is the best in Helsinki, I'm sure there's better out there. Delicious, great way to start the day. So Cafe Regatta was actually quite the walk back to the city center. It was about 3 kilometers, but in this weather it was quite pleasant because it's not too hot. And we've made it to the central square of Helsinki. Right behind me is the Helsinki Cathedral, which way more impressive than what I expected it to be. We walked around the corner and boom, there it was. It was just kind of just with no other tall buildings around it, so it really stands out. And there's no other white buildings in Helsinki that we've seen so far, so it's completely different. And you might have noticed as well, behind me is actually the Helsinki Christmas market, which we will be coming back to this evening. But I think for now, we're gonna climb the steps to the cathedral and check that out.
And the view obviously behind me is spectacular. And quirky enough, this is the first time we've seen the sun ray in Finland. And we've been here for a couple of days, so it's a rarity here at this time of the year to actually get sun. It's a pretty big Christmas market, so I'm super excited.
So Helsinki Cathedral actually used to be called St. Nicholas Cathedral. St. Nicholas Church, actually. And that was because Finland used to be ruled by Russia. And if you look at the streets of Helsinki, you'll notice that they're very wide avenues, a lot of yellow buildings, which is apparently modeled after St. Petersburg. So Helsinki actually burned to the ground in the 1800s and had to be completely rebuilt. So it's built with a thought out plan of how it's been structured, which makes it really easy to navigate. Now we're standing in Senate Square, which is where the Christmas market is and where you can view the Helsinki Cathedral. And you'll see that there's statues right at the top, and those are actually representing the 12 apostles. They're not just random statues. But even though the church is beautiful on the outside, apparently on the inside it's kind of plain and not that big of a deal. They kept it really simple. So it's not one of those churches that you have to go inside and check out. But just like the view from the church, like I can see there's a cruise ship right there in the bay, which is where we're going to be heading next. And you just got a gorgeous view of the city. Where we're heading next is good because I'm starting to work up a bit of an appetite and we probably need to find some lunch. So I've come to Vanya Kapahali. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but the Kopahali section of that is actually just market in Finnish, and this is the old market hall in Helsinki. Apparently one of the must-try things at this market hall is the salmon soup, so we're gonna go see if we can find that. Now this particular market, apparently it's become a bit touristy, and there's another market which we'll put on the screen below and we'll link in the video description that I've been recommended as a bit more local now that this one's become a bit touristy. But hey, we're tourists, so we want to go to the old one and we want to go to the touristy one. So one of the other things we're supposed to try in Finland is reindeer, and this place does a sauteed reindeer topped baked potato.
Wow.
Reindeer.
Perfect. Thank you, Miss. Thank you. How good does that look?
That's amazing. This looks so good, and also it's perfect warming food because obviously it's very chilly in December in Finland.
Oh my god, that looks so good.
Wow, it actually looks really, it smells good too. Yours looks good too, and you got gigantic pickles on there.
I know, it's crazy how it's like Christmas dinner right here.
Yeah. So there's quite a few different stalls that you can choose from. The reason we picked this one was just because they had both the things on the menu that we wanted to try. Oh my god, look at these massive chunks of salmon in here. All right, let's...
This is delicious.
Is the reindeer good?
Oh my gosh.
All right.
That mash alone is delicious. Perfect bites.
Oh my god. And this is a 10 out of 10 soup. Oh my god.
This is a 10 out of 10 dish.
Amazing. The salmon just literally melted in my mouth, and the creamy flavor of the actual soup is like, think of like really buttery potatoes. That's the flavor. Oh, it's so good.
Wow, I want to try this soup.
Oh my god.
Really good.
That's like maybe potentially one of the best soups I've ever had. That's amazing. Wow.
And even the quality of the dish in the plate.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, it wasn't cheap. It was 36 euro for this, which actually when you say 36 euro, it's not that bad. But with our Australian exchange rate at the moment, it is so bad for us. Yum. Wow, 10 out of 10. Recommend you walk to the center of the market hall and eat at that restaurant called Story because the food was incredible. The service was amazing. That's my best soup I've ever had in my entire life. And also I think it might be the best bread I've ever had in my entire life. So definitely check those guys out. We're on our way to one of the many saunas that are here in Helsinki.
Sauna.
Or as the Finnish would say, sauna. But we just stopped into the supermarket and we grabbed a Carl Fazer chocolate. Now this chocolate claims to be the best chocolate in the world. They have quite a few different flavors, but I guess it's their plain milk chocolate that's supposed to be the best in the world. So let's see. It's good. Best in the world though. I think that's a bit of a reach, Carl Fazer. I don't know if I'm ready, but okay. Oh my god, look at all the steam coming off here. Okay, we just saunaed in a traditional smoke sauna, and by god it was hot. But the thing with Finland is when you sauna, you can't just get hot, you also have to...
Well done, man.
Yes! Oh my god! Okay, that's so nice. I should go back in there again now, actually. I feel really good. It is crazy because it's actually 3 degrees outside at the moment and I am wet after a cold swim standing in a bikini and I don't feel cold, and it's just because your body temperature gets so hot from being in the sauna. It's insane.
Alright, round 2 in the dry sauna was much hotter.
It's the craziest thing. Okay, I think this is the last cold plunge, guys. 3rd time. Doesn't get easier. It doesn't get easier.
Welcome to Finland.
Welcome to Finland. So this sauna is actually like probably the most famous sauna in Finland, and also it's probably the most popular one here in Helsinki as well. Pretty much every article says you have to come to this sauna, and Time magazine put it on its list of the top 100 experiences to do around the world in your lifetime. That was so much fun. You absolutely have to do sauna when you come to Finland. It's totally worth it. And the cold plunge, yes, it's hard, but it actually feels amazing. So make sure you do that as well. It is just after 3 o'clock, 3:16 to be exact, and the sun is already setting. So also be aware that if you do come in winter like we have, that the days are extremely short here. But that's okay because it's the perfect time to head to the Helsinki Christmas market.
Let's go get bankrupt.
Let's go spend money.
At least we got the right idea.
The budget is, there is no budget.
There's no budget.
Oh, it's so cozy and cute. Not gonna lie, this is something that you can only do in December if you come to Helsinki, but we have been waiting all day to come back to this Christmas market and drink some glögi and eat some treats and do some little Christmas present window shopping. It looks so nice, and actually it's a really good sized Christmas market as well. It's not massive, but it has a lot of different stalls, so it's definitely going to keep us entertained for a little while tonight. Okay, glögi?
Glögi. Yeah, let's start with the principle. Yeah.
Look how beautiful this is.
This is magnificent.
Can we please have 2 of the alcoholic glögi? Kiitos. Go. Oh, it smells so good. It smells amazing. So, this is glögi, which is mulled wine. It's basically just the Finnish version of mulled wine. But here, they actually add nuts and dried fruit, and it sinks to the bottom of your glögi, and it soaks up all the wine flavor. And then at the end, you eat it.
Living your best life.
I know, they have a fire that you can warm up by whilst you enjoy your glögi. Oh my god, it's so good. Wow. It's just so... if you could put the spirit of Christmas into a flavor, it would be like mulled wine or glögi or glühwein or whatever you want to call it. But just sweet, warm, cinnamon, red wine, just, it is literally Christmas in a cup.
Look at this view, guys. Look at this beautiful place we are. Helsinki so far, first day. Amazing.
Can I please take 1 reindeer roll?
Of course.
Thank you. We got our first snack of the evening. Oh my god, it's so good. Reindeer meat is so good. Why is it not more available? We should eat it more often. Cheese toasty.
Okay.
We found cheese.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ah. Cheese. Oh my god, if you guys could smell this. And this one we got the truffle with mushrooms and gruyere and provolone, so I'm very excited for it.
Oh yes. Give me some of that.
Oh my god, it's so good. That's amazing. This morning we're actually jumping on a bus because we're going to be leaving Helsinki for today. Pretty much did most of the things in Helsinki yesterday, and today we're heading to the town of Porvoo.
Alright, and whilst we wait for our bus, I think this is the perfect opportunity to thank today's sponsor, AirAllo. Because since we're here in Helsinki for just 48 hours, the last thing we want to be troubled by is connection. And thanks to AirAllo, that is not a problem. So for those of you that are not familiar with AirAllo, it's a digital eSIM provider, and it is trusted by, believe it or not, 20 million travelers all around the world, and it's providing service in over 200 countries. And since we are visiting a lot of Christmas market in this little marathon of Christmas market, as I call it, we actually sign up for the package, which is like a European sort of countries that we are all going to go to. And it's super simple. We basically sign up once off, once we had Wi-Fi, and all those countries we're going to go to, all included. So no trouble in between changing countries, airports, flight, train, all that. It's all inclusive for that specific package, which is perfect if you're like us doing a certain amount of countries in a certain amount of days, and you don't want to have the hassle of signing up for an eSIM for each and every country. Those countries packages are the perfect solutions for you. And yes, of course, we keep all our phone numbers, our iMessage, WhatsApp, phone number stays exactly the same. This is nothing going to be changed. So that's perfect. By the time you go back home, boom, you're back to the normal ways, and there's nothing that has changed on your system. So it's very simple. If you are traveling this coming Christmas or any other time in Europe or anywhere else in those 200 countries, download the AirAllo app. Use the code maxandjacqueline. That will save you $3 off. That will help you. That will help yourself with a bit of a discount. And basically download the eSIM you need for those countries you're going to, or the package like we did. And yeah, you'll have a great time. And being connected will be the last of your travels. You'll have the links in the description, as well as the QR code here. If you want to scan it much easier, you'll be taken straight to those discounts. And yeah, thank you so much for supporting us, the channel, and obviously getting yourself a little cheeky discount. All right, our bus is about to leave. Let's head on to Porvoo. Oh, it's super easy, guys. Just hop in a bus. I don't know if there's a train, so that's why we're going by bus. It's not like we took the cheaper. There's no train. Yeah.
But we actually purchased our tickets online, so we'll put a link in the description of where you can buy those in case you want to do this trip as well. And the reason we're going to Porvoo is actually the second oldest city in all of Finland. And it's one of 6 medieval cities of Finland.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. And also,
it's a quick hour, 1 hour bus, so it's
the most photographed place in Finland.
Oh wow, okay,
Which
pulling
just
out
gives you a
facts
little
here.
hint of where we want to go.
Quick, easy, 1 hour-ish bus ride.
This is like, it's an actual town, but it feels like we just stepped into a massive Christmas market because it's so cute and Christmassy. I love it. Look how steep its roof is.
Yeah. Look how it is inside. Wow.
Adorable. Oh my god.
It is huge, eh?
Apparently, the church behind me is actually the most famous church in all of Finland. This is the Porvoo Cathedral. It was built originally in the 13th century, but they've had a few fires. Apparently it's burned down a couple of times and kind of been rebuilt throughout that time. It is so adorable. It literally looks like a gingerbread house.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we want to do while we're here is to go to the Brunbergen chocolate shop. So Brunbergen is actually the oldest chocolate producer in all of Finland. Yesterday we ate the Feza brand chocolate, which is, according to itself, the best chocolate in the world. But Brunbergen is the oldest chocolate in Finland, and it's the other main chocolate producer here. Okay, I'm gonna admit it was a little bit out of the way to come here, but it looks really cute, and it was a bit of a walk, but you gotta earn your chocolate, so let's go get some. Oh, those things that we tried in Bolivia.
Oh yeah.
We should definitely get some of those.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I have two ladies in behind this glass window, and they're actually making the chocolates. So I'm pretty sure this is just kind of like put on for display. I mean, they're obviously making real chocolate, but this is not the factory. Now, they actually call this shop an outlet. So I think the chocolate here is cheaper than what you would find in like the shops inside Helsinki and things like that. So you can probably get a really nice bargain, but it actually looks, oh my God, look at the tree. Oh, so cute. It looks so delicious and good. That's such a cute present. Oh, adorable. Okay, so we found some little tasty testers. Now, I don't even know what they are because they're all written in Finnish. It's actually better than the Feza chocolate we had yesterday.
Finally, we're having some licorice in Finland.
I know. It's good because I don't think I like licorice, so it's good to try it and not have to like buy a whole packet. All right, I wonder if it's the salted licorice, which is big.
Sounds
It's
good.
actually really good. I don't think I like licorice, but that's yummy. It's dark chocolate. It must be a bar inside, but you get like a little postcard. That's so nice. Okay. It's roughly €10. Chocolate and dates.
That is cute though.
So unfortunately, the weather has turned and it's gotten a little bit rainy and dark. However, we had to come across the river to get a view of Old Town from this side of the river, because all of these houses along the river, I believe they used to be factories, because this was originally a factory town, but they're all painted red. And the reason that they painted them red is because Porvoo is one of the very few dual language town. Dual language? Yeah. Duolingo? Dual language towns in Finland. 30% of Porvoo actually speak Swedish instead of Finnish, or I guess they probably speak both. And the Swedish king was coming to visit Porvoo, so they painted their houses red to impress the king. And it is very cute, very picturesque. In the summertime, if you come to Finland, you can actually get a slow boat from Helsinki to Porvoo instead of catching the bus like we did. They don't run in the winter, unfortunately, but it'd be very cool to do in the summertime. If you only have a few hours or half a day in Helsinki and you're not sure what to do, you can definitely make the trip to Porvoo. We have really taken our time here and very much enjoyed it, and we've only spent about 4 hours in Porvoo. But that is it for our time here in Helsinki. We hope you guys have enjoyed it and you have a plan now for when you come to spend 2 days in Helsinki. Up next, we're actually going to be traveling to Lapland, so make sure you check out that video. We'll put it on the screen here for you. But before we get there, we need to take a train to Lapland. You might have heard of the Santa Claus Express. We're going to be taking a slight alternative to that actual train, but it takes the same route and we'll get all of the views along the way. So if you're planning a trip to Finland, make sure you are subscribed and check out our other videos. We'll see you in the next one.
And don't forget, if you're looking for an eSIM, remember our Air Allo discount. It's a once-off Max and Jack on your first purchase. Max and Jack free for $3 off. You'll support us and support yourself for a cheaper price. Bye!